In 2023, HP and Apple both offered some of the most productive laptops available. During CES 2024, HP recently unveiled its new laptop lineup, with the Spectre x360 14/2024 being one of the major releases. There are now two dimensions available for the MacBook Air M2 2022, which remains the best Apple laptop for beginners. Is the HP offering a better deal, or should you stick with the MacBook for your next purchase, given that it is more expensive than either of Apple's Air models? The HP online store offers the HP Spectre x360 14/2024 for $1,499 in price. With the base model, you get 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage, and an Intel Core Ultra 5 125H processor with ARC graphics. The 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Air M2 screen dimensions are available, with starting prices of $1,099 and $1,299, respectively. There are very few differences between the two models, other than the dimension of the battery and display. The primary distinction between the M2 MacBook Air and the Spectre x360 14 is that the latter is a conventional clamshell laptop, while the former is a convertible laptop. This implies that you can use the HP as a tablet by rotating the lid all the way back 360 degrees. Touch input is also supported by the display, which is advantageous for designers and artists. Carrying the Spectre around is effortless due to its lightweight and slim appearance. The recycled metal chassis has a high-end appearance. Polymers for PCR are also widely used. The laptop has a headphone jack, a USB 3.2 Type-A port, and two Thunderbolt 4 Type-C ports. At 3.19 pounds, the HP weighs in between the two MacBook Air dimensions. Regardless of the configuration you choose, HP only offers one kind of display. This 14-inch OLED screen has a variable refresh rate of 120Hz and a resolution of 2880 by 1800. The display has 500 nits of brightness with HDR content and is certified by iSafe for low blue light emissions. When Apple added the new M2 processor to this series, it unveiled the redesigned MacBook Air. It has a better webcam and charging system, and it takes many appearance cues from the updated MacBook Pros. Although it can't be turned into a tablet, this laptop is among the best clamshell laptops available, if not the best. It's a work of art with its softly curved edges, sleek matte aluminum finish, and expert craftsmanship. The Air features a headphone jack, a MagSafe magnetic charging connector, and two Thunderbolt 4 Type-C ports. There are two weight variations, 3.3 pounds for the larger one and 2.7 pounds for the smaller. The larger model has a 15.3-inch display with a slightly higher resolution of 2880 by 1864, while the 13-inch model has a 13.6-inch display with a resolution of 2560 by 1664. Although the Pro models are exclusive to HDR playback and a 120Hz refresh rate, both are advertised as having a brightness of 500 nits. Software will most likely play a major role in your decision when selecting between the two laptops, as it will depend on which platform supports the applications you intend to use or just on personal preference. Depending on your configuration, Windows 11 or 11 Pro comes pre-installed on the HP Spectre x360 14. Apple's macOS, which is running on the MacBook Air M2, is currently in its Sonoma version. The majority of apps have now been converted to operate natively on Apple hardware, which significantly improves speed and extends battery life. The most recent OS release brought many new features, including the ability to add widgets to the desktop and beautiful new screensavers. The newest Intel Core Ultra processors, found in the new Spectre x360 14, raise the bar for performance in thin and light Windows laptops. This laptop can handle multitasking, gaming, benchmarks, and more, all with great performance. When compared to Intel's previous generation of onboard graphics, we saw a noticeable improvement in gaming performance. Many users will want to use multiple external displays for creative work, and the M2 Air does not support this feature. In some benchmarks, the M2 chip outperforms even some Intel CPUs that are intended for desktop use. The caliber of both first-party and third-party apps is what really matters, aside from raw power. The battery life was deemed respectable but not particularly noteworthy. We obtained 6 to 7 hours of runtime with consistent workloads. Under normal workload conditions, the 13-inch and 15-inch models ought to last up to 8 or 10 hours each. The Air simply does not get hot unless it is under extreme stress. Considering that it lacks an internal fan makes this even more amazing. I would advise purchasing the MacBook Air M2 if you don't really have a preference for an operating system and don't need to connect to multiple external displays. Compared to the HP, the base model is much more affordable, and it should be sufficient for more inventive use cases. Long-term software updates, a good selection of high-quality apps, outstanding battery life, and sufficient performance should easily last you for a few years. At the very least are all to be expected. For those who will utilize its tablet transformation feature, require multiple external monitors, or whose workflow will benefit from an OLED display, the HP Spectre x360 14/2024 is a good premium alternative. Although the MacBook Air starts out a little more expensive than the Spectre, if you max out the specs on the latter, the cost can increase significantly. Thank you for supporting our channel by liking or commenting. Have a nice day and God bless you.